Hello, on behalf of ARMTV, I would like to welcome you to another informative content on Africa Today series. Africa Today is a weekly series where you get informed, educated, and entertained with amazing content from across Africa. In today's video, we will be presenting to you a classification of top 10 safest countries in Africa. If you are new here, welcome. Please subscribe and turn on the notifications so you do not miss out any of our newly released videos. And if you are a returning subscriber, we love you. Share with us in the comment section your topics of interest you would like us to cover, and we will bring it up to you. Africa is globally recognized as the second largest and most populous continent on Earth. Africa spans over 30 million kilometers square and has a population of approximately 1.4 billion people. The continent comprises of 54 countries, fully recognized by the United Nations, and nearly a dozen of small island territories, controlled by France, Spain, and other non-African countries. When safety and Africa are mentioned in the same line, it always appears like two ends of string. For a long time now, the media has always portrayed Africa as a not-so-safe place. Frequent muggings, carjacking, robberies, petty thefts, pickpockets, and more seem to rule the airwaves. However, it is important to note that the continent is safe. As a matter of fact, being one of the safest countries on the continent is the wish and dream of every nation on the continent. There are several places in Africa that could be classified as unsafe. There are also many countries that could be regarded as safe, where people move freely and go about their daily activities. According to the Global Peace Index, Mauritius ranks as the top safest country in Africa. The Global Peace Index presents annual reports that measures the rank's peacefulness of 163 countries in the world to determine the world's most peaceful country. These countries are determined based on 23 indicators of peace, such as the number of duration of internal conflict, relationship with neighboring countries, political instability, the level of violent crimes, and the level of perceived criminality in society. These indicators or determinants can be grouped into three categories. 1. Ongoing international and domestic conflicts. 2. Societal safety and security. And 3. Militarization. Each indicator's result emerged to create a single unified global peace index value for each country. The lower the scores, the more peaceful and by extension the safer the country is considered to be. On the 10th position of this classification, we have Namibia. With its picturesque red deserts, Namibia offers visitors incredible journeys through an otherworldly setting. This is a sparsely populated country, and any crime against tourists is generally petty street crime in the capital of Windhoek, and where you would like to spend very little time. The country's desert conditions also mean the malaria risk is minimal. The Skeleton Coast, the Namib Desert, and the South are regarded as almost risk-free. Politically stable with a developed infrastructure, the roads are good and medical services are competent and available to all. Be sure to visit. In 2019, Namibia was classified on the 65th position of the most peaceful country in the world by the Global Peace Index. Bordered by the Atlantic Ocean on one side, scenic deserts on the other, Namib's attraction for tourists coming into the nation include scenic beaches and mountains, towering sand dunes perfect for sunrise photos, and some of the world's least light populated skies. As of April 2022, the United States Department of State granted Namibia a level 1 travel advisory. Number 9. Equatorial Guinea. With a global peace index of 1.85, Equatorial Guinea takes the 9th position on the classification safest country in Africa. Equatorial Guinea ranked 62nd on the 2021 Global Peace, and as of April 2022, a level 1 trade advisory from the US Department of State. The nation to some extent enjoys political stable atmosphere, well-developed infrastructure, partially in its capital city. For tourists coming into the country, of Equatorial Guinea's greatest tourist attraction are the Monte Allen National Park and the 2,000 km square reserve filled with rainforest, flora, lakes, and waterfalls. They as well have a wildlife ranging from gorillas to elephants. Number 8. Cameroon. Cameroon, regarded as Africa in miniature, gains the 8th position on our classification safest countries in Africa. In Cameroon, you will find people from all over Africa living as one. This has contributed to the building of the multicultural diversity of Cameroon. The people are friendly, welcoming, and fun to be with. Although some criminal activities are recorded in some parts of the nation, places such as Douala, Yaoundé, Buea, Limbe are major cities in which tourists can stay and feel secured. The nation has professional trained police officers and military experts trained to ensure the security of people on a daily basis. For tourists coming into the nation, Cameroon has a host touristic sites in all its 10 regions. Touristic attractions such as Mount Cameroon and relics of colonial buildings are just a few of some attractions Cameroon has for its visitors. Number 7. Tanzania. Home of Africa's tallest peak, Mount Kilimanjaro, and the Great Serengeti Plains, Tanzania is without any doubt one of the premier countries in Africa for safari. It also happens to be a safe African country to visit. Not to be missed because of its vast wildlife populations, you should still take precautions, especially when Arusha, Dar es Salaam, and Stone Town. That said, it is worth noting Tanzania is home to the great migration in the Serengeti and otherworldly Ngorongoro crater, the largest intact volcanic caldera in the world. The Selous Game Reserve is famous for its large elephant herds, and Gombe Stream National Park for being the place where primatologist Jane Goodall performed pioneering research on chimpanzees. The parks here offer every kind of wildlife experience, including millions of bright pink flamingos. All these attractions mentioned makes the country a very hospitable country, full of activities to carry out on daily basis for investors and tourists. Number 6. Senegal. Senegal was the 6th safest country in Africa, 2021, and still maintains its position. On this classification, ranked at the 54th position on the Global Peace Index, Senegal is just one position below Gambia and places higher both France and Greece, known for its mix of scenic beaches and forests, animal sanctuaries, archaeological attractions. Senegal has relatively low level of crime and disease. It has a population known for being generous host to tourists. Senegal had a level 1 travel advisory as of 2022. Number 5. Gambia. Ranked as the 53rd safest country in the world and with overall score of 1.85, Gambia rose 13 spots in the Global Peace Index ranking this year. Leisure and tourism constitute a huge part of the country's economy, and as such providing a safe environment for visitors coming in is the first priority of the government. The country, known for its mix of sun, sand, sea, nature and varied cultural experience. The U.S. Department of State awarded Gambia a level 1 travel advisory as of April 2022, while noting that the border with Senegal may require a small degree of increased caution thanks to some lingering landmines from Casamance conflict. Number 4. Rwanda. The country suffered a troubled history, but today's Rwanda may be one of the safest countries to visit in Africa. The violence of decades past has been a lesson to its people, and they have responded by creating a more cohesive and peaceful society. You will feel this rebirth in the welcoming eyes of Rwandan people, who are more than happy to show you their modern capital, Kigali. The countryside is pure green jewel of lush mountains harboring the exotic mountain gorilla. Rwanda is a warm, inviting example of safe African country, and indeed one of the safest places to visit in Africa. Number 3. Kenya. On this classification, Kenya takes the 3rd position. There is a reason why Kenya is one of the most popular countries in Africa to visit. The game viewing is remarkably year-round. The people friendly, and the infrastructure for tourists firmly in place. These factors and more make Kenya a strong candidate as one of the safest places to visit in Africa. The majority of Kenya is a safe place to visit, and in fact, the country where safaris originated draws 1 million+ visitors each year to its incredible parks. Without any major incidents, in the capital city of Nairobi, you will find rigorous security at airports and visible policing in public places, ensuring it is safe to visit Kenya. Number 2. Ghana. Ghana ranks as the 2nd safest country in Africa and sits at the 38th position on the Global Peace Index. Although Ghana fell 5 positions between 2018 and 2019, it is rebounded in 2021 and is now considered to be safer than several popular travel destinations, including France, Greece, Jamaica, Argentina, South Korea, and the United States. Ghana offers a wide range of attractions from wildlife viewing and safaris to sun-soaked beaches and onto vibrant nightlife and cultural attractions. As of April 2022, Ghana had a level 2 advisory from US Department of State due to crime and unrest in certain parts of the country. Number 1. Mauritius. Mauritius ranks as the first and safest country in Africa. It ranks as the 28th safest country in the world, an Islam nation and multiracial country where people speak Urdu, Hindi, English, French, and Spanish. Mauritius has a low poverty rate and secure beach resorts. The country is famed for its beautiful beaches, friendly locals, and easy, relaxed vibe. Whether you are single, couple, or a family, you are certain to feel welcome and comfortable in this charming, multicultural vacation country. Mauritius has a very low crime rate, and the very few little crimes which do occur tend to be non-violent. We would like to ensure all around the world that despite the ongoing conflict in some nations on the continent, what the media portrays about this country should not be generalized or attributed to other countries. Africa has a lot to offer to the world. It is safe for anyone who wishes to establish in Africa to do so without fear. Away from the countries mentioned in this video, ERITEA, Ethiopia, Burundi, Somalia, and a host of others are safe countries which one could visit. We hope you enjoyed watching this video. Please give us a thumbs up if you did and drop a word in the comment section telling us what you think about this classification. Do not as well forget to share with us your topics of interest you would like us to cover and we'll bring it up to you. Share this content with friends, subscribe, and turn on the notification so you get notified whenever we release a new video. See you soon for another content on Africa Today series. Bye bye.